Okay. Hello, hi. My name is Mininomaku Baskin. I'm the Attitu coordinator. Today, we're going to be getting into our workout. Before I get into that, I would just like to say Attitu, Tunngasugit, um, Tunngahugit, and Atelihai. Sorry for the pronunciation there. Getting through it. I'm trying to learn a little bit better. So today we're going to be going through the upper body, so that's the Monday workout. So we're going to start with stretching like usual. So just an all upper body stretch, so focusing on the shoulders, the pecs, the back, as well as our forearms, wrists, triceps, and biceps. So we're just going to get all of that in. And then we're going to do a upper body focused workout, and then we're going to get into a cool down. So just to begin, actually before I begin, like usual, I should say thank you to the Toronto Inuit Association staff for getting this set up and bringing this virtual fitness component to the Facebook community online, especially the Inuit community. So thanks to them, as well as Sport Canada and Canadian Heritage for funding the Tunngahugit program, which Atitu is a part of. So thank you to everybody involved and for everybody that's joining me here on this lovely Monday. It's a little hot and humid today, so I'm gonna work with the door open. And yeah, so for our first warm-up, we're gonna be getting into our shoulder stretch. So the shoulder stretch is just bringing the arm extended and across the chest, hooking it underneath with the other arm underneath your elbow, or if you can get it further back towards the shoulder as close as you can to the opposite side, and just pulling it. Is it your birthday? Yeah, it is. Yeah, so happy birthday to me. It's my birthday. I'm here ready to work out, get my get my birthday workout in. So yeah. I almost spent my birthday going to get my license back, so this is a lot better. Anyway, so getting into the shoulder stretch, I'm gonna start with my right arm, bring it across my chest for 30 seconds. So I'll just be counting in my head, but 30 seconds. So it's really great just to get that full shoulder stretch. So again, we're stretching out not only the rotator cuff, but also the extension. So this will be really good for what we're getting into earlier. Happy birthday. Hey, thanks, Brian. And that was super random. I didn't even talk about it. So yeah, just stretching out the arm. If you want, you can also flex your wrists either up and down. So you could do that for half of the stretch if you wanted to. So about 15 seconds doing this, 15 seconds doing this, just to get that wrist motion. Or you can just rotate the wrist out. Again, we're really just trying to get the shoulder stretch, but there's a few modifiers to really turn everything into a full body. So switching sides again, just trying to keep parallel and just trying to get that shoulder across your chest. And after 30 seconds, we'll be switching over to a sort of reach behind stretch. So that'll be really good just to get our pecs as well as the rotator cuffs stretched the other way. So now I just reach behind myself after this. So again, just reaching behind. If you want to, you can turn this into a dynamic warm-up by reaching behind, bringing forward, stretching this for a few seconds, going behind again, bringing it forward, and again, you can just alternate this way. Again, with the added wrist movement, you can really turn that into a multifaceted stretch. But for now, just trying to open up your chest. If you can, lean back. That really helps open up the pectoral muscles. I don't know if that's the camera, but it kind of looks like my body's a little a little off on one side. So yeah, just holding this for 30 seconds. And you'll feel that in your upper back too as you try to clench your shoulder blades together, keeping the arms straight. I like to flex my biceps out just to get that full arm stretch despite only focusing on the chest. You can really just, again, modify it to your liking. So that is the reach behind stretch. So again, just really good for the biceps. Now we are going to stretch out our triceps. So following the shoulder blade as we put our arms behind our back. So I'm touching about here on my back. So right at the top, right in between. And I just like to pull down. So again, trying to keep it leveled. If you don't feel a stretch, you can certainly pull it down further. Again, just gently pulling it down. You don't want to yank your arm, but you do want to give that an assisted stretch. If you can, try to keep your back straight, which is keeping your back straight and also pulling down and holding this position. You're also stretching out your lateral muscles. So really trying to get your arms behind the back of your head, switching sides. Again, just really trying to get that tricep activated. You can also flex your tricep and sort of resist against your hand if you would like a deeper stretch. So you're basically working against your own strength to really get that stretch in. So again, just letting gravity do its work, but stretching out that tricep nonetheless. Okay, so now we're going to do the bicep stretch. So this is quite simple. You just want to flex your bicep, and you want to just give some weight on the other side, and you want to try to, without doing it, just try to lift that arm as if you're curling your arm, but not letting it happen. So again, just activating the bicep like so. And I'm just not letting it push up. So just doing this. Again, a lot of these stretches for the upper body, when using body weight, you're going to be, using your body weight to stretch. So again, a lot of this is like resistance stretching. Alternatively, if this is too hard, you can just reach behind using one side, somehow stabilizing your torso so you're not spinning around, but just trying to reach behind yourself with one arm, like so. It helps too if you flex your wrists behind you, so upwards, so that your palms are facing out. That's a good stretch. But they both do their job. I'll do both variants, I think. So just doing that for 30 seconds. You can do either or both. I will probably do 15 seconds of this and then switch to the modified side. Again, just really trying to get that stretch in. So I like to use my arm and just basically keep myself from spinning my torso around completely and just trying to reach behind myself. Okay, so we got the biceps, the shoulders, a little bit with the pecs, and the triceps. So that worked out. Now, for the chest stretch, I like to put my hands on my mat, and it's sort of like a camel stretch, but without the legs. So alternatively, you could do the camel stretch, like so. This is also a great chest stretch, so if you can do the camel stretch, this works as well. Just really trying to get the chest, so not so much with the core, but really just trying to get the chest pushed up. But alternatively, You can just lean back, trying to get your pinkies to touch behind your back and pushing out while trying to curve your spine to get your chest pointing the ceiling. So just like so. Keeping your arms straight as well. So you'll still feel that in your biceps, your forearms as well. And again, just trying to open up the stretch. Whew. Okay. So now we're going to go from sort of these static stretches to stretching with movement, so some dynamic stretching. For this one, we are going to be doing the downward dog into sun salutations, except with a twist. So we're going to be reaching behind ourselves when we get to the sun salutation side. So I'll show you what that looks like. And we're going to do this 8 times each side. So starting from downward dog, just like so. So my palms are planted into the mat, and my feet are planted into the mat. And from here, you just want to go down and up. And so you can either do this by lifting your legs up, so on your tippy toes, so that the only thing touching the mat are your toes and your palms, or you can rest your legs, whatever's more comfortable for you, or if you want to get a deeper stretch. And then once we're in this position, we're just going to reach behind ourselves. So again, trying to keep forward, reaching behind, and then we're going to come back up, and then we're going to do the other side. So we'll do this 4 times each side, 8 times total. So again, starting from downward dog into sun salutations again. You can either do this in a plank or you can rest. Now I'm just going to reach behind myself with the other arm. So now we're opening up that back. So now we're going to do the other side. So when you're doing this, you might want to put one arm in between yourself just to be able to balance while you're reaching behind yourself. And we're going to do that, again, 4 times each side. When you reach behind, you just want to hold for a couple of seconds. If that's anywhere between 1 to 5, that's great. More than that, you're welcome to it. Yeah, that's the thing with wrists and the upper body, is that it's very difficult to avoid any type of wrist pressure when you're doing upper body workouts. But I will be doing some more research on that, as well as the creation of how to wrap your wrists so that you gain that extra support from basically trellising, like you would like the tomato plant. So I'll hope to be able to produce that soon, just to help and assist in any way I can. But yeah, I'm sorry to hear that. So we're gonna go through these again. So 2 more on each side for me. So coming down again, reaching behind you. Again, you can plank or be off of them. Alternatively, in this position, you could go down on your forearms and reach behind you so that you're not balancing on your wrists. But this will engage the core a lot more. So if you're comfortable using your core to support yourself a little bit, you can do this exercise on your wrist. And as I come to the push-ups, I'll try to figure that out. So now from the other side, reaching behind myself. Again, just a couple of seconds. Okay, so we are out of the warm-up. So now I'm going to be doing some push-ups. So basically, if you can do these push-ups on your knees, so they're called assisted push-ups, it does take the pressure off of the wrists a bit, but it is not entirely off. So I would recommend trying using elbows in play. Yeah, cool. That's good. Okay, so into these push-ups now. I'm going to be starting from an inward push-up, so a diamond or triangle push-up, to a regular military triangle push-up, and then for our back, or upper back, we're going to get into a wide push-up. So doing all three will be one repetition, and we're going to do that 10 times total. So again, that's the objective, that's the goal, but doing as many as you can, of course, is great. So I'll show you what that looks like. So I start by putting my hands in a triangle or a diamond, getting into push-up position. Now, if you want to do them assisted, you can keep your back straight, sort of like a table, and then coming down like so, and back up. So these would be the assisted versions, by keeping your knees on the mat or on the floor. Hopefully we all have mats. So that would be the assisted version. So you would keep your knees planted throughout the workout, and I'll show you what that looks like as well, but generally just like so. So coming right back up. Then going into military. So military is where you want to have your hands shoulder width apart by your chest, and you want to come down so that you're bending this way. Again, activating your tricep muscles, and then wide, coming up wider, and coming up. So that's what it'll look like. That's one. The wider push-ups are, of course, you go down lower, faster. So basically it goes from the longest push-up to the shortest push-up, essentially. So this is really good for the chest, then the triceps, as well as the biceps all the time, and then it touches the back and shoulders. So again, just like so. So I like to use my mat just as like a directional thing. So center of the mat, edge of the mat, past the mat, just to keep my push-ups sort of in formation. So that's two. Again, doing this 10 times, as many times as you can. I'll do them 10 times just for reference. And again, as you get faster, you can just, start whipping them out. The faster you do them, the more explosive and powerful your muscles get. So now, if you need moments to rest, again, these are working out in movement, so getting that arm movement in is definitely a modifier to push-ups. We're also doing 3 push-ups as one, so I'll be taking little breaks just to catch my breath. But by getting in those movements, you're getting in control with your workout. So by getting control of your muscles, you can work out a lot smarter, a lot slower, start preventing pulled muscles and things like that. So again, and again, if you're doing them assisted, you can keep your knees planted. If you want extra difficulty, you can, as you're going through them, stick one leg up at a time as you're doing your push-ups. And you can either stick one leg up while you're doing an assisted knee on one side, or as a complete push-up in itself. And that's really good. Again, it puts more weight on your upper body, so just to gain those muscles. You can switch sides. Again, whatever sort of suits your skill level and ability. So I think I'll do those 2 more times. I think I'm done. So again, getting into diamond formation. And if you're doing them assisted, coming down here, back up, you're certainly still going to feel it. Military push-ups the same way. Same thing, and of course wide. So there we go. So on the bright side, that is the hardest part of the workout. So trying to use that extra adrenaline or strength and energy that we got from that warm-up to really push out the harder workouts first, and then getting into the easier stuff. So taking another push-up variation, we're going to be doing push-ups with rotation. So when you're doing these push-ups, we will go down, reach up on one side, so one side will stay down, one side will reach up, back, go down, and then do the other side. So again, I'll show you what that looks like. I'll do a front and then side view. So now you can stay in any position that you want. Let me explain that. So whatever push-up is most comfortable for you. So you can do a traditional push-up, which is just arms by your side, coming down and coming up. So your arms will come out at about an angle instead of directly side by side like military push-ups. Or you can do military push-ups, whatever you found was most comfortable. So then reaching over. If you want to make that more challenging, you can reach over entirely by balancing your feet on the other foot, or you can keep your legs planted and just turn the upper body. So again, just like so. On the side. So again, whatever is most comfortable, but just trying to get that rotation in. Again, really good for the shoulders and pecs. So I'll do this 6 more times. So when you're turning, you really want to just open that. Yeah, you can do wall push-ups. That's a good idea as well. So if you're doing wall push-ups, it'd be the same thing, but just keeping your hands together on the wall, pushing like this, and then traditionally like this, and then wide. If you'd like to stay on the stretching side of things too, when you're in that push-up position, you can just try to move your body around in those positions and just work the activated muscles while you're staying still. Again, just kind of putting pressure on both sides. Come on, 2 more. And if you're doing this one on the wall, when you're turning around off of the wall, you could let this wall or this arm stay flat against the wall while this one other turns around. And you'll also get a really good pectoral stretch out of it. So just like that, if the wall were here, pushing up against it. So all workouts are definitely great. Okay, so from the rotation push-ups, I hope everyone's feeling good about that. Again, certainly a workout. So now we're going to go from push-up position, so just extended armed, traditional push-up position, and we're going to go work our way down into a plank, and then back up, and back down, and that'll be 1 rep. So again, going down and up, 1 rep. And I'll show you exactly what that looks like. Again, if you need assistance in the push-up position, you can put your knees down, and either as you're coming down, stay like this with your knees down, or kick your legs out if you want to get a good leg workout in there as well. So again, for me, standing in table position or push-up position, going back down, back up. I think I said down as I was going up, going down, back up. So just doing that movement 10 times. This is essentially a plank just for your arms. Whew. So again, some nice push-up planks. Oh, it'll really get you sweating. So you can just do 10 of those. So from there, we're going to go from push-up to plank position to push-up to downward dog position. So again, you can either have your knees in the mat or extended. And you essentially just want to from push-up position, work your way up, downward dog, go back, and up, and back to push-up, so just taking that movement and just crawling backwards and crawling forward. So this is to really tone your arms. So if you're looking for that definition in your arms, like to show off your biceps or triceps or shoulders, this exercise is great for that, along with the push-up to plank position. So it's also great for control, which is very important when you want to start lifting weights or lifting anything that's heavy. So again, any DVDs for a slow learner? You know, that wouldn't be a bad idea, but we don't have DVDs, but we do have our live sessions. So the ones that I've done previously and this one are saved to our Facebook page and archive them. So if you look through some of our past live streams or our videos, you can find a lot of them with me just doing these workouts. So there'll be time to keep reviewing them anytime that you want to. So yeah, don't worry about taking breaks or anything like that. You know, that's totally warranted. I'm taking a break right now, really. I just disguise it as talking to the audience, but really it's just because I need a break. But yeah, so yeah, if it interests anybody, I can compile some tutorial videos, which is definitely something I want to get into in the off days, so either Tuesdays or Thursdays, maybe putting out some tutorial videos. I have one that I'm working on, which is just to wrap your wrists and ankles and stuff like that. So live streams here on Toronto Inuit Association. Yeah, my name is Makwa Baskin. I'm on Facebook as well, but I stream exclusively here. So yeah. And yeah, so once this live stream is done, it'll be archived and people can go back and look at it. So okay, so now we're going to do some, well, they call it basketball throws, but really you could talk about it basket tossing something. And essentially it's supposed to mimic, I'm blanking on the name of it now, which is hilarious, but rows. So rows are when you're bent like so, usually you'd have a barbell and you would just bring it up, down, not to be confused with deadlifts, which are from here up. But yeah, so rows and deadlifts, it mimics that back exercise. So I'll show you that here. Maybe I'll turn the camera up a bit, just so we have a better idea of what I'm doing. That's probably okay. So from here, you want to, again, bend your knees slightly, so like so, and you want to mimic like you're picking something heavy up and throwing it. So when you throw, I come down from my right leg and throw to my left side, then from my left leg and throw to my right side. So again, this really mimics that lower back movement. So it really is about strengthening the lower back, which is good for core. So showing you what that looks like. Again, bend knees slightly, keep your back kind of straight as you can, and just throwing. Now, ideally, you would like to go at about a medium pace, but whatever pace is good for you. So not too fast, you don't want to throw out your back or strain something, but just fast enough that you're getting that burn and it's less of a stretch, more of a workout. Again, if you can go at like a medium pace, again, you can take it slow, it's still a workout. So no worries there. From the front, again, about shoulder width apart, my legs, about shoulder width apart, bend slightly at the knees, reaching down, so you can imagine you're grabbing something off of your ankle and just tossing it back down to the other side and tossing it. And so we're just going to do this 20 times in total. So 10 times each side. So again, reaching down as far as you can, but you'll surely feel it in your lower back. Thank you for the happy birthday, Sheepa. Thank you. And yeah, it's my pleasure. Yeah, I personally I love going through these. I just love working out. So whenever I can share, I guess these skills, I love to. So yeah, I'll do this about 5 more times, I think. Like personally, I like to just work out until my body tells me that it's had enough. And I'm not talking about like like I'm defeated for the rest of the day, but more so that I'm sweating and I can feel the burn in the different parts of my back. But again, setting goals with numbers is helpful. So those are the underhand throws or basketball throws, as they're called. I don't know why they're called basketball throws because they don't usually underhand in basketball, but what do I know? So now we're going to get into some tricep dips. Well, there are a few ways that we could do it. The best way and the way to really get a full extension is to get a chair or a table. So I can show you what that looks like. I'll give people a couple seconds here just to grab something, but again, I have that couch behind me, so again, I just put so you'd put your hands on the edge of something, your body would be off of it, and you would just be lifting yourself up and down using those tricep lifts. So that's kind of what it looks like. I will show what it looks like from this angle as well. This might be a little too low, but just bringing down your body and extending it like so. So this is good for the shoulders, the triceps, and the upper chest. You can get closer to it as well to get that deeper tricep workout. And so again, just doing this 10 times. Really whatever feels comfortable. But this really is the most standard and probably one of the best body weight exclusive tricep workouts. So again, just grabbing onto something here and just lifting off like so. Now, I like to go until my glutes or my bottom touches the floor, and then lift myself back up. So again, you could do that really on the edge of a couch, a very sturdy chair, or a table. Again, you just want something ideally that can hold your body weight. So there's that. If you don't have anything like that, you can get yourself into that similar position so your hands are behind your back, but your back is straight. And you want to just lift your bridge up. Again, going to when your shoulders will stop you. And you want to just go until your arms, make you feel that burn. So there are a few ways to do that. So you have the bridging position. You can do something sitting on something. I think that might be it for those type of things. I mean, you could sit on the edge of your staircase. If you have a staircase, do that same thing. I have that ledge over there in my doorway. I can sit on, so a couple options, but that is our workout portion. So to cool down, we're going to do just some very basic exercises just to reopen our muscles and just try to spread that muscle work that we just did across our bodies so that we're not getting any lumpy muscles or any real disfigurement with our muscles, just to make sure that everything is flowing healthily to our body. So first we're going to do is a chest stretch. Yeah, don't hurt yourself. That's that's the solid one. So I don't really have a convenient wall piece, which maybe I should have thought about, but that's okay. So for the wall stretch, for you good people that have a wall, you're essentially just putting your arm straight against something. Hopefully that isn't a door that moves. So I'll try to study that here. And you just want to push against it and twist your body outwards. There we go. And so you're really just trying to open up that stretch. You know, you can keep your feet together, which is easier for me. And I'm just pulling that arm behind me and trying to get that stretch. So if you can look over your shoulder to try to get that pull. Oof, felt that one. Go to my other swinging door. So again, just letting your arm go behind you, flat up against it, and you want to just try to push that chest out and rotate a bit and try to get that chest working. There we go, that might help. So yeah, so again, just really trying to get that chest to rotate outside of your, inside of your chest. So again, pushing it to the outside, trying to get that stretch backwards. So that's the first one. Alternatively, if you're not using swinging doors, you could just lay down and reach behind you as well, keeping your chest to the floor, reaching upwards and behind you. So that's the first chest workout, chest stretch, sorry. Now we're going to get into the human C stretch, so just reaching down on one side. So again, standing, feet are about shoulder width apart. I will angle this a little bit better so you can see the reach, and just reaching over to the side, so about 30 seconds. And so you're really just trying to keep your body straight, as straight as you can, but you still want to have that rotation, so just reaching down. So again, we're stretching out the lats, we're stretching out the arm, switching sides now, but really just trying to get that shoulder stretch in there as well. To make this difficult, you can try to touch your shoulder blades, but that certainly does make it more challenging. It does give you a deeper stretch though. And so again, just stretching for about 30 seconds. Whew. So there was the human C stretch. So now we're going to do arm rotations. So again, just rotating them backwards. I'm able to do this just sitting on my knees, but if you have to stand, feel free to stand. Again, we're just trying to take it easy on our bodies now. So just rotating back. Just trying to get that rotator cuff to get extended. And again, go slow or go at really whatever pace feels more comfortable for you. And again, you just want to do that really as much as it feels comfortable for you. I like to do that about 10 times and then do 10 times the other way. So just counting full rotations. And so now forwards. Again, quite simple. Some of these are quite basic stretches that you can just find online if you ever want to do your own downtime research on some stretches. but otherwise I really try to keep it varied. So tentatively, and hopefully, usually it's been like that, I like to just introduce some new stretches while also recognizing that some of them are just really great and unbeatable sometimes. So now we're going to do the forearm and wrist stretch. So this is a pretty, again, pretty basic one. If you have trouble with your wrists, this might help you, but also please be careful and be cautious with it. Know your limits. So first you want to keep your arms straight, like so, and you want to just bend your wrist back, and again, slowly. You want to watch for any pain, any uncomfortableness, but as long as you're really starting to get that stretch, either in your wrist and in your forearm, you can just hold right at that point. Don't worry about trying to get all the way back. So we'll just do this side for 15 seconds with our wrist down, then we'll do 15 seconds with our wrist up, and then switch to the other arm. So perfect. And then up. So again, keeping your wrist straight, keeping your arm straight, sorry, your forearm straight. Just pushing now back towards yourself, your wrist. And again, we're going to do 30 seconds each side, but 15 seconds per wrist modification. So now switching sides. Now I'm putting my left wrist down, trying to get the back knuckles to touch the back of my forearm, which you can't do. But that's the idea. You just want to visualize that. Again, be careful when stretching your wrists, really any joint stretch. You just want to be careful and just be mindful of your body. So again, 15 seconds on this side, and then 15 seconds pointing up. And then we will be on our last two cool down stretches. So just getting through this one here, and then we'll be doing some eagle arms, and then we'll do prayer hands, reverse prayer hands, and then we will be done for today. So eagle arms are interesting. You want to try to cross them at the elbows, but really get it in tight so that you're almost touching your chest, as close as you can. And then you want to get together. So I'm extremely sweaty, so my arms are slipping off of each other. But again, trying to hook it in deep and just trying to keep your arms straight as they lock in this way. So again, pull it in as close as you can, keeping your back straight. And you want to just pull it into your chest and hold. So we'll do this side for 15 seconds. And then we'll switch to the other side. So again, just like so. Trying to bring it in to your chest as best as you can. So, definitely feeling that. Okay, so now to end it, we're just going to be doing reverse prayer hands. So prayer hands, but behind your back. And we're going to do that for 30 seconds, and then that'll be it for today. So, show you what that looks like, looking from behind. Again, you want to get into prayer position. And again, you just want to be mindful of your wrists. Again, like the other exercise, really like all exercises. And you just want to put those prayer hands behind your back. Try to keep your shoulders parallel and your arms straight to your sides like so, just so that it's like this. If you can inch it up further, you're welcome to. But again, you really just want to try to have your forearms be straight with your palms touching. And we're just going to hold this for 30 seconds. While you're doing this, you can move your neck around if you feel like it. Maybe bringing it over to one side, to the other side, forward, backward, and there we have it. So that was our first full upper body workout. As we get into August, I'm going to be divvying it up. So we're going to have some shorter sessions. So some 20-minute focus sessions where we're going to focus on key muscles like the biceps and triceps, maybe the forearms and the pectoral muscles, so the chest muscles, our backs, followed by some core workouts and some other days, and then specific leg groups on other days. So it'll follow that same Monday, Wednesday, and Friday scheduling. So yeah, it'll be good to see you guys Wednesday for our core and our back stabilizing workout. So thank you all for joining me today. This has been really great. And yeah, like always, take care. And I will see everybody Wednesday, like always. So yeah, bye everybody, and rest up.